Hey there, welcome back. It's my third episode of going through the channel analytics. So this is not your football manager related content, but it helps you see what we're building as a community. I do have some questions for you before we do a deep dive into the analytics for April and May. My first question for you is, are you interested in non-football manager related content? So here's my thoughts on this. We're about halfway to when Football Manager 2018 should be coming out. I think it's usually about October, late October, November timeframe. So we're kind of getting to that point where that's going to start building and Football Manager 17 is going to start going down. That's why, from like a channel perspective, I've been doing stuff that's more storyline driven, right? Like I'm not doing an Arsenal save because everybody does Arsenal saves. That's why we're doing Dominating Denmark. That's the new series. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. We're going to try and rescue Bold Club and Frem from the second division of the Danish leagues and take them all the way to the top, because that's where they used to be. We've also got From Backpack to Boss, my journeyman series. We're sitting with Kaiserslautern right now. It's going really well. You should go check out the latest episodes. Anyway, so I want to know, are you interested in non-football manager related content? Because I have this, I don't know, it's like a fear as a content creator that if you try and do something that you want to do, but it's not what your channel is really interested in, like you could lose a bunch of people and whatever. So I don't want to do that, but I want to go through. I'm interested in a couple different games. One is Oxygen Not Included. Check it out on Steam. It's kind of a game where you have some characters, you're stuck inside of an asteroid and you're building out a colony. I watched some of it on Twitch, very entertaining, thought it would be kind of cool to do. There's a game called Ravenfield, which is a first-person shooter. It's single player. It's really interesting. Like instead of having phenomenal graphics, it's kind of blocky. It's just interesting to me. So I thought about doing that. Plague Inc. Evolved, where you're like trying to wipe out humanity using like you're a virus or something like that, is interesting to me. So those are three I'm particularly interested in, but I'd love to know your comments. So that's my first question. Would you be interested in non-football manager related content? My second question for you is about the Football Manager 2017 episodes that we're running. Currently, I'm doing 2 games in every episode for the most part, unless we got like transfer stuff and then I might do just a game. Is that working for you? Because that puts the episodes about 20 to 24 minutes, depending on the highlights in the game and if I talk a little bit before we get into the actual games. Does that work for you? Would you want shorter episodes to where there's only 1 game per episode? That'd be a little bit more work in terms of having to compile, more videos and do more intro screens and thumbnails and stuff like that. But if that's what my community wants, I'm open to doing it. I like the 2 game episodes because it kind of gives you a little bit more of a storyline. Like you saw a player play in this game and then can they bounce back or whatever. But I want to see if that's something that you want changed or if you like it as it is right now. My third and final question for you is just more of a general, how are you liking the channel? What would you like to see changed? What do you want more of? What do you want less of? Those types of interactions is what I'm looking for to learn more about what you want as my community. So that having been said, let's hop into looking into the analytics. And my fourth and actually final question, I said it was 3, but it's got 4. Yeah. Would you watch me do stuff on Twitch? And if so, would it be Football Manager? Would it be something else, like maybe PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which I would be absolutely horrific at, but might be fun, or Oxygen Not Included, or something like that? Would you watch content on Twitch? And if so, what are you interested in watching? And maybe also as part of that, like when are you like most often looking at Twitch? Because obviously I'm Eastern time zone in the United States. I have to translate that in because we have a lot of European viewers and stuff like that. So let me know all that stuff too. All right, so with the analytics, as we hop into this, I do want to give a massive shout out to all the subscribers. You guys have been absolute legends. I've put up on the screen since we started, January 11th until May of May 31st, because we're trying to do this monthly, even though we didn't do an April one. I'll explain about that in a second. But as you can see, we started out, watch time was okay, but we had some dips down close to 0, and then right here in May, just absolutely started taking off. There you see this little line here. It's like, oh, so people are starting to watch a little bit more, and it just like jumped up. I'm not anticipating it to stay up here the whole time, because I know we had some people like Rangers King 669 who went back and watched every single episode, which is just It's just crazy to me that someone would do that. That's awesome. Thank you so much, man. Views, same thing, kind of bouncing down here towards, see, I'm a professional YouTuber. Bouncing down towards 0, but then like you start noticing the dips aren't getting as low, and then there's a nice little rise here. So I think having 2 series running on the channel is also going to help. You'll see that when we do the June analytics review, because we've had a really good month thus far in June. But a nice little spike there in terms of you guys. Watch time has also gone up, right? So we had a couple. I'm really hoping these dips are like where YouTube's like tracking went wrong, because overall it slowly started to rise, right? So that's looking pretty good. Likes, same thing. You can kind of see comments have been consistent. And we're up to, at the end of May, we're up to 73 subscribers. In June thus far, I'm recording this on Friday the 9th. We've added 18 more. We're up to 91 subscribers, which means we're just 9 subscribers away from a custom YouTube URL, where it doesn't have to be like youtube.com/blah, blah, 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 blah. It's like youtube.com/grayhairgaming. So tell all your friends, get them to subscribe and watch the videos. We're 9 away from that as of the time of me writing this. So that's freaking awesome. So let's dig in a little bit on some stuff. And I have it in a spreadsheet. Okay, so I like the charts that YouTube gives you. You can compare some things, but it doesn't give you like an overarching, I want to stack a bunch of stuff together from a data standpoint. So I'm sharing all this stuff with you guys. First thing, so we got it broken up by months here, right? And then I think it's important to note the number of days in the month that the channel was live. So right, February might have less views than March, but March also has 3 extra days. So I try and break it down here into a per day stat. So this may be really geeky for you guys, but I think it's really cool. It shows off the growth of the channel. We don't need that. So as you can see, views 482, 640, 907. April in general was just not our month. I don't know what it was, if it was something with my content. I was kind of going through a stressful time, changed jobs, all kinds of crazy stuff going on. So there was a dip in April, but then you guys came back so strong in May. It's just been absolutely insane. So you'll see the growth here, 725 and then 1150. So even compared to March was kind of the good month before May. Like that's significant growth. Watch time, I mean, that's like 40 something % between March and May. Absolutely incredible. I'm liking this. Hopefully it means my videos are getting better and I'm able to keep viewers engaged, that we've gone from 6 minutes and 7 seconds to 7 minutes to 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes, where someone's actually viewing it. And then I want to just give a shout out again to the subscribers. So the average percentage viewed is how much of each video on average is viewed by someone that clicks on it. And this is the total. So in May, we ended at 34%, which is all right. I'd like to get a little bit higher, but that's all right. But the subscriber views is up to 47%, which is a big jump. And again, that may be because we had a couple of people go back and watch a lot of the catalog and just like leave it on, which is a way that you can help the channel, by the way, if you'll, go take a shower and put the videos on auto and have it watch all the videos. That helps me out as a content creator. Just a suggestion. But again, even if you take that out of consideration, even if it was 39, 40%, it's still, you guys are well above the average, which means the non-subscribers aren't watching as much. But if someone can subscribe, they're going to watch a good chunk of the video. And that is massive for the channel. It tells YouTube like, oh, this is interesting content. Like I'm not just clicking on it and leaving 3 minutes later. You guys are actually watching the videos. Absolute legends. Likes have gone up, right? So we went from 111 to 134. Like that's almost triple what it was in January, so that's awesome. And a lot of the stuff in January, if I'm being honest, was folks saying like, hey, good luck on the channel, like Lelujo and Loki Doki like said, good luck, and sent them over from the channel, which again, thrilled about. But it's nice to know that like that's probably worn off by now. So we're getting actual likes, we're getting actual comments down a little bit, and so maybe that's on me. Maybe I'm not having content that's interactive enough or asking enough questions in the videos. I love your thoughts on that. There's a question for you. Right. And then the subs added. Again, April was honestly kind of depressing. So it's like, all right, 13 in March, like we're starting to grow. And then 6 in April. And I was just like, what am I doing wrong? Is it me? Is it, are people focusing on it's springtime? Like I don't know, right? But then May, 22 subscribers, and thus far, again, in 9 full days. In June, we've added 18 more. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for that. So we're up to 73 at the end of May. We're at 91 thus far, like a third of the way through June. So that's huge. But I also wanted to break this down in, again, per day, because I think it's important to kind of level it out in terms of some months have 28, 31, 30 days, all that kind of stuff. But you'll notice the views up significantly, right? From 29 in March to 37 in May. Watch time, consistent growth. Again, I'm kind of factoring April out, wasn't a good month for us. So I'm comparing to the next best month, which is March. Going from 205 watch minutes per day to 291 is cool to see. Same thing with the likes, that has grown. Comments, again, we talked about, has dropped down, and then the subs added a big jump there, almost doubling up from March. So to put this all together, here's a handy dandy little chart to kind of give you an idea of what's going on in the channel and the growth. And I just want to show this to you to reinforce your likes, your comments, your subscriptions mean so much to me. I don't know YouTube's algorithm, right? I saw a video once that was like, YouTube doesn't even know YouTube's algorithm. It's like a black box. I'm like, what? But anyway, I know engagement on the channel is important. So what does that mean? Like, this is essentially an engagement view. Do you get likes? Do you get comments? Do people subscribe to your channel? So the more you guys do that, if you're watching a video, if you watch 7 minutes of it, hit a like if you actually liked it. That engagement really, 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 really helps the channel. Leave a comment. Even if you don't have, like, if I don't ask, like, some, like, enthralling question on the channel, like, hey, man, love the video, keep it up, or, like, hey, you should do this. Like, I'm open to suggestions on my saves, especially the Denmark one. Like, wow, lower league save, 400 grand in the hole, can't pay players, chaos, right? So your comments really mean a lot. And, again, as a content creator, you're sitting there, you're like, okay, so if I record something, it probably takes me, if I have 2 games, it probably takes me 45 minutes to record it, another 15 to maybe edit it, something like that, to throw it together. So even just to like, hey, I'm still here and enjoying your content, like, you can't know how much that it makes it seem worthwhile, right? So like, it's great. I can watch and see people are clicking on the videos and watching and all that kind of stuff, and that's awesome. But when you actually engage with it, it tells me as a content creator, like, hey man, keep it up. Like, it's like a little boost of enthusiasm. I'm like, okay, I want to sit back down and do it again. So you guys have been great with that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to show you. One of the things I want to show you is I realized my webcam was in the way of the bottom right corner of the screen. So just showing you that again, we added 22 subscribers in May. We had 34 comments, it's kind of been on a downward trajectory. So we want to get that back up, but the subscribers is huge, and we added 18 more thus far in June. So wanted to show that, since my head was in the way. All right, I think the last thing I just need to tell you is we're going to have those series running on the channel, Dominating Denmark. I'm trying to do like every other day with like a break on Sunday, probably. Not sure. I may change my mind. So Dominating Denmark will be out next week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then From Backpack to Boss will be on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I'm not sure if we'll keep it at that schedule. But I'm going to try that probably for the month of June. I'm going to try that before I start adding in a potential third game or a different series or something like that. But again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your comments and likes. You can't know how much it means to me. And share the channel with people, get them to subscribe. Let's get up to 100 subscribers so we can get a custom YouTube URL. Thank you so much for being here.